Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are based. My name is Kuratulen Tijani, and I am the youth delegate of IAAI GLOCHA to the UN headquarters in New York, and also the co founder of Generation Next Youth Network and the International Youth Conference. I am also a graduate student at NYU. I'm studying journalism and training to be a full-time climate journalist, and have recently been trained to become a climate reality leader. Um, and I am very, very excited here today, welcoming all of you and wishing all of you a very, very happy International Day of Youth 2021. So, welcome on board, everyone, on behalf of GLOCHA and all on behalf of all the participating organizations of Digital Art for Climate. Um, so, to shed some light on why we are here today, in the last few weeks, a lot of extreme climate disasters and events have made headlines, and we've sort of like and every nation, all the continents around the world are being impacted by the climate crisis. And the latest report, the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change, the report of IPCC, has highlighted a lot of, it has issued code red for humanity for the coming decades. And the report, compiled by 200 scientists, and they analyzed over 14,000 studies in the last few years, and they've compiled this report where they've said that a lot of the changes that we are seeing are irrevocable now, and um, human activity is unequivocally responsible for all of this. 30 years of worsening climate impacts, we are seeing that, I mean, and it is going to be like that for the next 3 decades. And so they've presented a very grim picture for the planet, but also at the same time they've said that there's still hope, and that totally depends on how we, the people on this planet, act, and how we adapt to what this crisis is putting forth in terms of the devastation. So there is still hope and optimism, and that is why we are here, and we believe that young people have a huge role to play in anything, be it the sustainable development goals, and especially for climate action. We believe that the youth space is really, really under resourced. And so we are here today with some very exciting opportunities, and some very exciting announcements for all you young people to use you as agents of change to drive climate action. And the aims of the event, just to give you a very quick idea of what you can expect, is through this event, is to celebrate the power. So we are here gathering from around the world, celebrating the power of young people to drive change. We also really believe in the power of creativity and culture as as an enabler of societal transformation. And so we are here to present the ACE programs, which is the Action for Climate Empowerment. Tim will, our co-moderator, my co-moderator, Tim Damon, who is here on the screen, is going to, give you all a very good snapshot into what these programs are and what you can expect. And we are also here to launch the Digital Art for Climate initiative, which has a lot of opportunities for engagement for all of you people. So without further ado, Tim, and okay, so a little bit about the structure first. Tim is going to walk us through the ACE program and youth perspectives, and then we will invite Dr. Miroslav, who is the founder of GLOCHA, and the CEO as well. And he has also launched the Digital Art for Climate campaign along with other organizations, and UN Habitat is also one of the partners in that. And we will have, so then Doug from UN Habitat will come and talk about their involvement and the youth climate action empowerment needs in Africa. That is something that Emmanuel is going to shed light on. And then in the second part, we are going to launch the Digital Art for Climate art competition, and we will walk you through the entire process. So without further ado, Tim, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Karatalin, for setting the stage so very, very well for the event today. Thank you, Miroslav, IAI, Glocha, for convening all of this, and to all the partners. So to really set the stage for this part one specifically, it's very clear that global climate action needs to take a new and very urgent direction, which we've known already, but is even more clear. And the question, of course, is how then do we accomplish this? And that's really where we see that the ACE framework provided under the UN climate change and negotiation process gives us the toolkit that we need in terms of, we're talking about education, training, awareness raising, access to information, public participation, and then international cooperation across all those elements. And this, since 1992, has been a pillar of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, but it has been of a lesser priority compared to other issues during that time. And we see now, we find ourselves in this very critical moment as we're all looking toward what will happen and emerge from COP26, that governments need to adopt a new work program on ACE. And so that's where we really need governments from their piece of the equation to step up what they will be delivering. And there's a lot of contributions that all the different civil society stakeholders, but especially that young people are putting into the process. That's something that I'm supporting. I kind of jumped past my own introduction. So just to say, I'm Timothy Damon from the United States, founder and president of the Global Youth Development Institute. And we do a lot of supporting young people to engage in the UNFCCC process with trainings and scholarships and support, and supporting as well ECOS and the ACE working group of Youngo. And so there's a whole wealth of policy recommendations that young people have put together. We also just had the ACE Youth Forum recently with some further outcomes. So those are all an added context and resources you'd be able to check out separately from this event. And what this all then comes down to is, we know what we need to do for ACE. The recommendations are there. The young people are pushing so hard, usually voluntarily, to make all this work happen. But it doesn't have the funding and resources. And the governments time and again have said, gee, there's not enough resources going into ACE. What to do about it? But nothing's been done yet. So this is where, for this event, it's especially valuable because we're building the partnerships and the innovations as civil society to make this happen, and working with the governments that want to be champions of that, such as Ghana. So we then, we'll see where we can use the digital art for climate as a way to be providing resources and energy from civil society to be supporting the kinds of work that need to happen for ACE. And a lot of that is happening as well from the ACE-AT project, and Miroslav is going to elaborate on that in just a moment. And then, as Karatalin mentioned, we have our following speakers from UN Habitat and Ghana and so forth, and the rest of the event. So this is really very exciting, especially on this, for the International Youth Day, to be driving forward these innovative solutions that will really get us where we need to go in terms of the next steps for ACE and addressing the climate crisis. So with that, we have set the stage for you, Miro, so over to you. Miro, we're not able to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, welcome and thanks, Tim, for your moderation, and Coratuline, and happy International Youth Day to everyone. Happy Youth Day in times of climate crisis, as Coratuline has said. We are on code red, as the Secretary General has said, and we really need to get everyone engaged and empowered to take climate action. And we need systemic solutions. It's not enough if I change my light bulb or so, but we really need to have deep-rooted societal transformation, systemic solutions. And for this, we need the United Nations. And therefore, we are happy to have today this event in cooperation with the UN Habitat Program, with a live web stream on UN Web TV, and very much aligned to the programs of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the Action for Climate Empowerment program that Tim has presented. So in this first part, we are looking at this systemic support for Action for Climate Empowerment, and somehow presenting ACE, Action for Climate Empowerment initiatives that are flagship initiatives, really lighthouse initiatives, which have the potential to be game changers, but which need resources. As already Tim has said, there is this systemic problem that climate action is underfunded, under-resourced, and we think that with the DigitalArt4Climate initiative, with the use of blockchain technology, NFTs, digital collectibles, gamification, and all these elements, that we can really change the game and really get a significant amount of financial resources, and then finance this critical institutional infrastructure, technological infrastructure, so that systemic action for climate empowerment can happen. And my organization is IAI, International Association for the Advancement of Innovative Approaches to Global Challenges, is accredited to the United Nations through the Framework Convention on Climate Change, but also the Economic and Social Council and the UN Department for Global Communication. And we have been co-founders of the UNFCCC Community of Education, Communication, Outreach Stakeholders, ECOS, which has been formally recognized by the UN Climate Change Secretariat as an informal NGO group within the process that is leading thematically these topics. And we are also co-founders of the Climate Chain Coalition, the leading global network of experts working in the field of how to harness the potentials of blockchain technology and other emerging technologies towards enhanced climate action. And we are, with this setting, our flagship initiative, our main initiative is to build an enabling ecosystem and a multi-stakeholder partnership for climate action empowerment, which is called GLOCHA. GLOCHA standing for Global Challenges, as the common denominator and our common challenge that we have, that we need to solve, otherwise we are doomed. And we have the three pillars: culture, technology, and organizational innovation, with which we are building some kind of next generation United Nations system for non-state actors, because there is a lack of coordination among non-state actors on global goals, implementation and incentivization. And a very important initiative which connects the non-state actors and the national governments in the context of Action for Climate Empowerment in the UNFCCC system is the ACE-AT project, initiated, funded, and coordinated by the Austrian Federal Ministry Climate Action Ministry. And lead partner is the UN Climate Change Secretariat. Associated partners are ECOS and my organization, IAI, and ICLE as the leading network of local governments and municipal authorities that work with the UN on these topics. In this ACE-AT project, we have the task to develop a feasibility study and a business plan for global action for climate empowerment, non-party stakeholder support structure, develop ideas and events on resource mobilization innovation for ACE and a digital global ACE platform concept. And this is somehow the starting point for us also for the Digital Art for Climate initiative, that we really develop a resource mobilization mechanism for ACE on scale. And we have 3 game-changing initiatives that we want to present here, because these initiatives are also beneficiaries of the revenues and the resource mobilization of the Digital Art for Climate initiative. One is the initiative as such, which will have now over the coming months a first phase, relatively simple structure and tools, although the technology partners are really excellent and advanced. But we have there the plan to develop a digital art for climate marketplace, where our artists and collectors and causes, climate action holders, youth, young people, they will be brought together, and that there will be an automated flow of resources. Then another big thing that we are leading is an Action for Climate Empowerment Pavilion, Action for Climate Empowerment and Digital Innovation Pavilion at the forthcoming United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP26 in Glasgow in November this year. This will really be the place where we will then also showcase our Digital Art for Climate exhibit, the winners of our competition, but also there's event space, there are webinar rooms, networking and technology showcasing. And this is really unique. This will be really an opportunity for all non-party stakeholders, and especially youth, to co-shape the future of the world. And therefore, it is also this invitation from us that people provide us with resources and artists contribute their artwork, that we will get this funded. And then the third game-changing initiative is our Glotcha Good Life app, where we are incentivizing everyone to start their climate action legacy, to build that with a digital badges collection game, which will also include these digital collectibles from the Digital Art for Climate initiative, which has been already presented last year on International Youth Day, and you can find it on our YouTube channel. And with this, I am happy to give the floor now to Doug, so that he presents also the UN Habitat Youth Program, a key partner of Digital Art for Climate initiative and of Glotcha since many years, and also the World Environment Situation Room program, which UN Habitat Youth Program is implementing with the UN Environment Program, and which is also supposed to be a beneficiary of our resource mobilization. So Doug, please.
Hi.
Okay, wonderful.
Thanks so much. Yeah, I mean, actually, can I quickly present? Am I able to present? Or no?
Sure, you can share your screen.
Okay, I'm not used to this platform. Anyways, I'm not sure how to share the screen because I don't have that across the bottom. Anyways, forget it. I won't worry about it. Yeah, just to say really quickly that we have a partnership with UNEP. It will be the World Environmental Situation Room, which is the World Environmental Situation Room, which is a core program of UN Habitat and UNEP. And then we have a Climate Change Maker Action Program, which is looking at supporting young people, very focus on young women globally. And those two programs, we've come together, and we've been partnering with AIIA and Glotcha and we're really excited about this. One of the reasons being is that young people, and we've been working a lot in the area of the creative economy, focused on arts. This is the International Year of the Creative Economy. And so this allows us a opportunity to really focus on how young people can use art, but not only use it, but as a way to improve their livelihoods, which is so critical, especially for those in the developing world, and have a focus on climate change, which is such a critical issue, and which we're seeing now. That though many had said that Greta Thunberg was kind of overplaying what was happening, and the many thousands, if not millions, of young people that were following her were being misled. I mean, that's proven completely wrong in literally the last month. And I think that we need to really focus, we as UN Habitat believe, and I believe there's also Glocha and this project, that young people have to be given a positive way forward, because if not, they're going to be, if we don't have a positive way forward, then people will become disillusioned, and it gets really bad really quickly. So we're really excited about this. We believe that this project will bring young people's creativity, their innovation, their visioning, their imaginaries for the future. And so we're really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to promoting this as part of UN Habitat. It's an interesting stretch for us because the digital economy and NFTs and stuff are something that the UN takes a big stretch for, but nonetheless, I think this will have a huge positive impact, and I think people are really excited by it if they don't necessarily understand it. So we're really hoping actually to educate as much the UN system as we are other people globally. So again, thanks so much, and we're really looking forward to moving more.
Thank you so much, and certainly looking forward to that. And we're now connecting Dr. Emmanuel, who among his other positions we'll highlight is the ACE National Focal Point. So someone who has a very key role for Ghana in terms of the ACE process from the UNFCCC. Are you able to join us? We may be having some connection difficulties. Let's see. You're muted, Miro.
So let's try one more time. Let's see. I'm in the big studio. Okay. It seems that it will not be possible. Yeah, but perhaps I can provide a little bit of context. Mr. Emmanuel also said that they have very heavy rainfall today, so perhaps that also influences the connection. Okay, now he is here. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Emmanuel.
Hello, yeah, welcome to the International Youth Day.
Great. So can you please share some information about what ACE means to you and to Ghana and to Africa, or is in the run-up to COP27 and COP26? So, Mr. Emmanuel, can you speak, please? We are waiting for you. Your presentation is on screen already. Please go ahead. Mr. Emmanuel, can you hear us? Hello. Okay. Hello. Can you say something, Mr. Emmanuel?
Yeah, the reception is not too good.
Okay. Can you start talking and
do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Yeah. Please start, and I will do the presentation. I will click the presentation through. Oh. Yeah. Can
Hello,
you
do
start?
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you. Please start.
Okay. Then yeah, put the presentation there. Bring the presentation so that I can start from there.
Yes, it is
Pull
already
the presentation.
there.
Let me.
It is already there.
No, I can't see it. I can't see it.
But it is there. Trust me. Okay. Can you see it now? Because it is there, and I can also see that it's on UN Web TV stream, so the presentation is there. Please start. Okay. Yeah. Please, Mr. Emmanuel, just start talking. The presentation is there. So please, we will have to get it done or move to the next agenda item. Okay, as long as we are waiting and trying, please let me tell you something about the background of Mr. Emmanuel Tachi Obeng. He's Deputy Director for Climate Change at the Ghana Environmental Protection Agency and UNFCCC's National Focal Point, and has the task to promote the Action for Climate Empowerment program in Ghana. And they will not go too much into details, but context information is that Ghana has been the host of the African Regional Climate Week in 2019. Last year there was no such regional week in Africa, and there Ghana really has been a leader in promoting ACE among African governments, informing everyone how important is they have a national climate change policy, considering education, training, and public awareness as pillars of implementation of our national actions, a learning strategy, climate information centers, and many more. And all these programs are designed to bring youth issues to the national development agenda that celebrate youth as potential partner for the implementations of climate action. And here are some examples how youth-led public awareness raising is being done. There's a special in culture and drama, in campaigning, and then really a very ambitious and successful program with young people, an African Young Climate Action Leaders program, and many more activities. And it is, for us, it is Ghana very important. We've had them as our partner, the minister at our ACE Earth Day event, which celebrated also the return of the US to the Paris Agreement. And we have applied now for a joint side event to the African Regional Week 2021, end of September. And we will have joint activities at the Pre-COP Youth event in Milan and in Glasgow. And we are also looking how the Ghanaian ACE program could lead in the process of COP27, the United Nations conference that will be hosted by the African Group of Negotiators next year in Egypt. But still, there's a room for Ghana to play a leading role in the area of ACE, and even some ideas around that Ghana could perhaps bring herself into the game as a potential COP27 co-presidency with a focus on ACE. And this focus on ACE translates into more non-party stakeholder engagement and the use of digital innovation. Because we've seen now also with our connection with Mr. Emmanuel that we need to have Africa on board, but there is so much infrastructure missing, and a lot of resources are needed. And as we are calling for more space for non-party stakeholders, we should also see that non-party stakeholders have the resources, and they should also provide resources when governments, public institutions are reaching their limitations of resources. Global community of non-party stakeholders should be in the position to mobilize the necessary resources to facilitate and support effective climate action and adaptation to the climate crisis. And that's what we are working on with Mr. Emmanuel and with Ghana. And so, okay, now, Mr. Emmanuel, did you hear what I told? Would you agree? Can you hear us? I'm very sorry that we have this connection problem. Yeah, okay. I think, Tim, it would be great if you, and Kuratulain, if you take the lead again.
Certainly. So we have a few minutes in the agenda in case there were any questions for any of the presenters or any further discussion among the panelists before we conclude part one. So keeping an eye on the comment section, I haven't seen yet any questions. As a discussion point, I would add, in light of everything we've seen presented from part one, ACE really is the key to building the ambition that we need to respond at the scale necessary. And there's a lot of young people who have these shovel-ready projects, and they're working their hearts out every day on a voluntary basis, and showing that they already, without those resources, can achieve a lot of good in terms of peer-to-peer training, building capacity, trying to change people's lifestyles and so forth. But to really get to that full scale, we need that resource piece to be addressed and in place. And we need people to be putting their money where their mouth is in terms of, do we actually want humanity to save itself and our future and for future generations? So having still not seen any questions come in for any of the panelists, if there would be any final thoughts, we can have those for a moment. Otherwise, over to Karatulin to wrap up any thoughts and then take us over into part 2.
Yeah, do we have any questions? Wanted to mention that at the beginning as well. We have people joining in, a couple of people from Bangladesh, and we've also shared a resource in the comments section if people are interested in the UNFCCC's negotiations. There is a resource shared in the comments by GYDI, so you can always refer to that. And if we have any concluding thoughts, as Tim said, from any of the panelists, Miro, Doug, anyone?
I think we are fine.
Okay, great. So I think the launch for the Digital Art for Climate competition is something that we've been waiting for, and I'm sure that people are interested in what that is and what opportunities there are. So we'll move on to that. Before we do that, there's just a little something that I would like to share as a personal story, and I believe that art and creative expression in any of its form is very powerful. And I'm an example of that myself. In 2016, I watched the documentary Before the Flood, and it really impacted me on so many levels, like understanding of the climate crisis in itself, and the storytelling in that by Leonardo DiCaprio as as the major narrator for that entire documentary. So if you haven't seen that, you must watch it. It's on Netflix as well, and there are a bunch of other documentaries also, Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy. These are just examples of things. There is music that really moves people, and we've seen throughout history that art and in any form has really helped bring about any kind of change, be it social change, be it on any level, like local, national, global. So harnessing that power is very important. And this campaign, which is going to be launched, it is going to also enable that social action. And Dr. Miroslav will really help us understand what it's all about, and how people can get involved in all the streams of the competition. And then of course how people can find out the results and the closure of the campaign. So over to you, Miro, once again.
Thank you very much once again, Karatulin. So we are now at the point that we are formally launching the Digital Art for Climate art competition. We've had the first presentation of our ideas already on the 4th of June in the context of the World Environment Day and with our partners from Milan. And now we have worked very hard over the last few weeks. We have prepared also a presentation in the context of the UN High-Level Political Forum exhibition program, and we've had a design-a-thon, and now finally we are here to launch the competition. And first we will have some general introduction about the Digital Art for Climate initiative, and then we will formally launch it and present the procedure, how to submit, terms and conditions, timelines, and other prizes and other details. So first about Digital Art for Climate. This is a multi-stakeholder partnership initiative which uses blockchain technology, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, to turn artwork into digital assets which can be collected and traded, and thus this initiative is enabling new forms of resource mobilization in support of sustainable development goals, United Nations Agenda 2030 implementation in general, and action for climate empowerment in particular. And the aims of the initiatives are, on the one hand, identifying and showcasing visual art that inspires climate action and give creators of all ages and backgrounds a voice about how they view the environmental issues in the world in which they live, whether local or global. So first pillar, inspiration, that's what we are looking for and aiming for. And the second pillar is creating new resource mobilization mechanisms in support of global and local youth climate action empowerment with the power of blockchain technology and non-fungible tokens. And our main point of delivery, the point in time and the place on Earth where we want to really succeed and demonstrate our accomplishment, that we have reached our aims, is the United Nations Climate Change Conference COP26. And just yesterday, we have received the notification that our application for an ACE and Digital Innovation Pavilion has been confirmed. So that's really unique. And it's also a little bit of headache because it is only the space without any furniture or walls or so. Or technology costs us 92,000 British pound. That's quite a lot, and counting on those listening to us that they will, and the partners in the Digital Art for Climate initiative, that with joint forces we will handle the challenge. So those who don't know about non-fungible tokens, I will not go into details. Please start perhaps with this Wikipedia article. Then there are very many videos and other resources out there. But the main point is that with this technology, one can create a digital asset, which is unique and therefore not interchangeable. And these NFTs can be used to represent items such as photos, videos, audio, and other types of digital files. And there are also special arrangements possible around copyright and ownership. And in this area, there was really remarkable uptake over the last few months. Our partners, Open Earth Foundation and Social Alpha Foundation, they have succeeded with their carbon drop auction of 7 pieces of digital art to raise $6.6 million US dollar. And it's really the collectors. People love to like to play, like to collect, and people are ready to give money for art. And our idea is that we turn this readiness into financial resources, which can then be channeled towards those who are taking climate action, and especially young people. And also one feature of this blockchain technology is that there are these digital currencies, and also the up to now non-banked people have access to international financial flows, can connect with global resources, and the transaction costs for financial resources, digital finance, are very low. And so it really, a marketplace can be created, a global marketplace where connecting of creators, collectors, and causes can happen. And we will start based on the Unique Network NFT platform with some simple solutions that we will have ready for COP26. But our plan is that this will be really an economic ecosystem where artists will be able to, in a decentral manner and with self-selected shares of the revenues and self-selected beneficiaries, and so really channel financial resources to youth climate action all over the world on a scale in the tens of millions or even more. And we have the Digital Art for Climate partners, my organization, IAI, here in Austria, and our sister organization, the Global Challenges Foundation in New York, Unique Network NFT platform, as our tech partner, Hubs in Italy as the coordinators of our hackathon and Milan events coordinator, UN Habitat Youth Program as our lead UN partner, Exquisite Workers creative community partner, Social Alpha Foundation as philanthropy partner, and Ballet 69 Bullion as UX UI design partner, who was very helpful also in the process of the designathon. The timeline in general now for the Digital Art for Climate initiative is we've had the pre-launch in June, a hackathon in July. Today, later, we will also hear, we will have a presentation of the winning team from that designathon. We have the art competition launched today, and then there will be edutainment shows, a selection of winners of the competition, and a start of the auctions of the winning art on the 30th of September in Milan in the context of the Pre-COP Youth event of the Italian co-presidency of the UN Climate Change Conference, COP26. And then in November, we want to present then the results and the art and also beneficiaries from this resource mobilization. And this is a little bit the presentation of the Digital Art for Climate initiative in terms of structure and so. And I would now like to give the floor to our creative art director, Anna Dart, from Exquisite Workers, inviting her to comment and present her contributions to the initiative as the creative art director and representative of artists in our team.
Hi everyone, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Wonderful. Happy International Youth Day. Very pleased to be here. I represent the Exquisite Workers, which is a social media platform and a strong community of 572 artists from 50 countries, including 330 female artists, focusing on empowering creators to utilize digital and blockchain technologies for the betterment of humanity and connecting the artists and global projects that can contribute towards these collective aspirations. So Exquisite Workers are the global ambassadors and creative contributors of Digital Art for Climate. And Digital Art for Climate is pleased to present this art competition today, aiming to inspire and promote climate action through the power of culture and technology. Artists from all over the world and of different ages can join the art competition and be the first ones to try out new generation NFT platform based on eco-friendly Polkadot and Kusama blockchains. Regardless if you're aware of NFT technology or you are about to undertake your journey in crypto art space, we invite you to try it out and become part of this art competition for climate change related digital and traditional art and explore the extraordinary potential of the NFTs. The medium can be digital, motion, and handmade. Art done with the traditional media must be digitalized. To know more, we invite you to visit the webpage Digital Art for Climate Space and check out the art competition guidance. To be eligible for the selection, you must submit the art around the theme Humanity Challenged by Climate Change. You submit your creation using a simple Google form. We invite you to share your creative artwork on social media by using Digital Art for Climate hashtag. We invite you to tag your friends, artist friends, so they can join you on climate change action. And of course, do not hesitate to come over and introduce yourself on our Discord channel. Submissions will be live for 4 weeks, starting from today at 8 o'clock, and officially will end up in September the 9th, which will be followed by the public voting and the digital exhibitions. We do hope that you will have a lot of fun and that do not hesitate to participate, to share, and spread this amazing news that Digital Art for Climate starts today. It's on, and we're very excited to receive all your submissions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anna. It's a great pleasure working with you and Exquisite Workers, team of artists. Also, this wonderful design of our title page of today's presentation is from your team, and really very much appreciated the contribution that you have given to the initiative. And with this, I'm giving the floor now to Irina Karagial from Unique Network NFT platform, which is our technology partner, and really also a very beautiful partner that is committed to this goal of supporting climate action, creating opportunities for artists, and really changing the world to the better with cooperation and with digital innovation. And Irina, the floor is yours. Please tell us about what this technology is and how it will be used to enhance climate action and support artists.
Thank you, Miroslav. It's been a great pleasure to be part of Digital Art initiative. I'm very grateful to all the partners who committed to make this project a success. Share my screen and a presentation and present what is possible with Unique Network. So we've created all the benefits in one simple solution of NFTs. So the first thing that I would like to underline is that Unique Network is a proof-of-stake NFT chain for Kusama and Polkadot. And NFTs in general, there's been a lot of conversation and debates and uncertainty in whether, this new technology is good or bad for climate. And the movement initially started on a proof-of-work model, but now it's been moving towards eco-friendly proof-of-stake. And this paradigm shift will reduce energy consumption of NFTs by 99%, as the research states. In the proof-of-stake, the cost, so the difference is the mechanism of rewards and usage of electricity, usage of hardware, infrastructure. So in a proof-of-stake, the cost of every validator who validates the network and supports running the blockchain is simply a solid and secure hardware infrastructure without a need for a lot of computational power, and with thus a small cost for electricity. And the proof-of-stake, the capital required is only about 0.1% of network value, as compared to 6.5% of network value required each year to maintain a proof-of-work blockchain. And in terms of the tools that we want to give you, dear artists, we came up with essential and advanced tools, because NFT technology really brought a power to the creator to be independent, to use new tools, to use new market, to use new opportunities, to create art and to promote art and to make a living with your talent. So we have created essential and advanced unique features to provide you foundation and a possibility to enter the NFT space. So I'll present today essential features which we're working on for the COP26 initiative and for the DigitalArt4Climate marketplace. So the essential features is a unique white label solution, and we believe that these tools must be available to every creator in every part of the world. Young and established artists should be able to benefit from the emerging technologies. This essential features is all-in-one solution with swift UX and UI design, which you will see later during the presentation of our amazing Designathon winners and Palette 69 team, who is helping us to design a very attractive, visually attractive DigitalArt4Climate marketplace. It is simple. All activities are in a single environment, and it's an under-the-hood blockchain tech that is not really visible for non-crypto savvy audience. It's an interoperable and scalable solution powered by Polkadot. your own user experience. You can create your own user experience and your own solution with unique white label. Advanced ownership structures are extremely important because for the first time in history, especially digital artists can benefit from this technology because they can finally do peer-to-peer transactions and sell their art without the need of intermediaries. Also, there is a possibility to rent your art and display it in a virtual gallery and explore the power of ownership over digital assets for the first time in history. Also, Unique Network is a proof of stake, so we have minimal carbon footprint. We also came up with flexible economic models and sponsorship of transaction fees, so you don't need to worry about tokens or volatility of the market price. Your gas fees will be sponsored by Unique Network. And we're working on fiat and RAM solution to enable credit card payments, so everybody who is not familiar with Web3 technology can use the best Web2 experience in Web3. So all-in-one solution, one of the examples that is live right now is uniquenft.io, is Unique Network Marketplace, which is our own platform with the aim to show you what is possible and how it can potentially look like. That showcases the two of our collections. First one, Substrate Banks, that were developed during Hakusama Hackathon in August 2020, and a second collection that was airdropped to the community during Polkadot Decoded 2021. So you can visit this marketplace and a gallery and see how Digital Art for Climate would approximately work, because obviously our amazing team is working on a different UX and UI solution, so the appearance will still uncover to you. What is needed for any creator at this point to start in the NFT space? It's basically the opportunity to mint collections and tokens, to have a marketplace to sell your art, or to have a gallery where you can exhibit your art, present your current and future works. And also in advanced features, there is an opportunity to have paid viewership in the gallery. So you can create the same economy, just like in a physical gallery, where you have visitors paying a ticket to view your art, because it may be that you don't necessarily want to sell your artwork. And also there is an NFT wallet that allows you to view and transfer NFT tokens, display images and properties of your NFTs. So there is a bit, I'm going to get a little bit deeper into the concept of simple NFT minting. It's minting NFT means creating NFT collection, which is easy with Unique. It is free and without the need of knowing the single line of code. Any digital asset can be minted as NFT. Collection can be created by a common purpose, name and description. They can also be managed by owners as well as administrators. So here comes the advanced ownership structure, where you can be an owner of your collection, or you can have administrators and create an entire creative economy on chain. And also Unique minting solution is secure because of the whitelist mode that we enable on chain, and the provenance of your artwork can be always inspected on chain. Unique NFT Marketplace, it's an easy solution. We want to give you the opportunity to flawlessly onboard your viewers without any knowledge of the crypto space. The marketplace allows you to create collection, manage their ownership, allow safe and trustless exchange and trading on NFTs. Unique also offers sponsorship of transaction fees, so you can manage your physical and digital collections in one place, making it easy to purchase art and collectibles. Gallery, virtual art is the new real art, and this is a true NFT revolution. An art gallery is more just a website featuring images of artists' work. It is an experience which can take many different forms. And considering that artificial intelligence and virtual reality is entering the space, you can now experiment with different mediums and make this experience not only digital, but also physical, and have a hybrid experience. And we're actually very much looking forward to the event in Milan and see how the exhibition of the virtual marketplace and NFTs will take place in a physical space. And now this model also allows you to rent your NFTs to galleries, to rent it to for 2 weeks without the need of shipping actual physical work, without the need of dealing with customs, with postage, being concerned about your artwork being damaged. It can all be done in a virtual world, and studies have shown that virtual experience can create the same type of emotions like a physical experience. So our brains don't exactly distinguish the difference between physical and virtual. As long as the art provokes emotions in humans, it's a great quality art. So the last piece of the unique white label solution is NFT Wallet. It provides easy to use wallet for non-technical audience, and it's a white label open source code. So those of you who are actually maybe developers or coders or familiar with crypto art, this is an easy for you also to implement solution. And Unique is also compatible with MetaMask, so all the we're compatible with Ethereum, and if you need to transfer your assets from the Ethereum space, it is also possible. So this is just the basic tools, and there is so much more on our roadmap: creative on-chain economies, advanced ownership structure, extended art formats, NFT relationships where NFTs can send emojis to each other. There's so much more, so please follow all the partners on social media. Follow our advancements and ask questions, because it's really innovative space. NFT is something that can be confusing, can be not very easy to access. So we're here to help you navigate this complex environment. And one message that I want to deliver today is that during the art competition, I really want you to think about the art that you want to be on the blockchain for centuries, because blockchain is the type of technology that allows you to store your art forever, that allows you to leave the footprint, and this is a historical event. So please think about the art that you would like yourself to see in 100 years in a gallery, whether it's virtual or physical, just like people travel all over the world to Louvre Museum to see Mona Lisa. Think about that piece of art that you want to create that would be at that level, that will inspire people, that will evoke emotions, and that will be aesthetically pleasing. This is all for me.
Wonderful. Yeah, we are so lucky to have you with us as a person, also with your background in art and architecture, and one can really see that you are with us in this initiative with the full heart. And as regards the technology, it's also for us really to recap, it was your main message at the beginning, that it is a proof of stake blockchain technology. And it's really, one has to see that the first generation and second generation blockchains using proof of work technology are really energy monsters. So it's really, it's terrible how much energy this early solutions of the technology produce. And therefore it was for us very important that when we deploy blockchain technology, it has to be proof of stake. It has to be this low carbon footprint technology. And this, just to repeat and to highlight it, that this is really very important, that Unique Network is a leader in this field by working with Polkadot and Kusama blockchain ecosystems, proof of stake. The other important thing is also that the interoperability of your solutions, as you said, it's compatible with Ethereum, virtual machine, and these other platforms. Because we don't want to limit the artists that they only should use our platform, but they can create also on other platforms. But there are possibilities then also to build bridges in the future also, that we will have cross ecosystem collaboration. And here again, the creative team, these innovation leaders with your team are excellent to work with. And let's bring on the screen also Dan as one of these great leaders in software development, and also visionary for how to use this for societal impact. but also the team that worked with us on the UX UI solutions, because we have the general back-end solution, but to deploy it for our use and for that we have our Digital Art for Climate marketplace platform and app, there is this UX UI design need, and we've had our designathon, which has been coordinated by Domenico Vito from Hubs in Italy, who is now on holidays in the south of Italy with a bad internet connection. Otherwise, we would have loved to have him also with us. But now let's give the floor to Pravanjan first to talk a little bit about UX UI design. Then we have the slides, the presentation of the winning team of the Designathon, and then also Daniel Thomas from Unique Team telling us how all this fits together and how we are envisioning the pathway to build our Digital Art for Climate marketplace. So Pravanjan,
Yes,
please.
thank you, Myro. Thank you, Myro. Like, I just want to share the screen and start with the topic. Okay. So thank you for all the partners, and it's a big namaste from India. So we are a team of designers. So all the partners, very, very thank you for this occasion and this thing. So we are a team of designer, like Palette 69 is a design partner, like Myro have already suggested. So what we have more than 3 decades of experience collectively working in games, designing gamification product, system design and behavioral design. So we are very fortunate to be the part of this team. With our background, definitely we believe to push the boundary as much as possible. So like we have started the discussion with the cause, like the cause is the most important aspect why we as human are collectively working here. So we need to act now. So the thing is like, if we compare the situation of COVID, like in comparison with climate change, it is 10 times or 100 times more worse than what we can compare. But we need to be prepared, and it will, before it happen, we should be in focused and make a change so we can permanently stop this situation. With the community and with a common goal, we can definitely do this. What is our goal is. So starting with the marketplace, like we are building a marketplace. So we are talking about a marketplace where we sell art and design. If you see this painting, this is, if you go back to the Stone Age or the Bronze Age, like how the world have formed. When people was in less population, you start with a marketplace, then human civilization shift to that area, and they start living in near the marketplace because that growth is there. And marketplace is the origin of trading. Marketplace is the origin of humanity. It is the origin of cultural connection, like, and it is the origin of trading. Like we are talking now because of a common marketplace also. So this is the past, how the earth had evolved and how the countries have evolved, how the population from 3000 BC to 21st century has been evolving with the 7 billion population, more than 7 billion population. But we believe we can go back and form a marketplace which will focus on the sustainability together as a community attribute and collection value. Like there has been always a huge debate, like when we purchase digital collectible, what value it gives me. It is a story. If having the mother earth and having something design of a visual art, it is the biggest value you can think of. I don't think as a human earth is the biggest thing. So that is the biggest collectible attribute we can think of. So let's completely, these are all talk, and this is something we have in plan. This is vision where we are forwarded towards. So I will just stop the screen and I will show a sneak peek of what marketplace we are working on currently. So this is something like you can see the prototype, what we have been working here. It is the future of marketplace. We started with very basic in the Stone Age kind of a thing, but this is where the future is being headed. You can think we have done a very basic design, very fundamental, helping the designer or the artist. A marketplace is just a tool where with the artist and designer will be the place of trading and selling and meeting different cultures of different peoples. So we will have a live auction where you can make your art rarest of rareable, and it can be bid to different people. People can bid the art within a section of time. It will have trending arts, like art which are best handpicked by our curator, by our art team and the creative director of the team. So we also have marketplace. We already talked with that. We will have some new features in terms of UX, like events, all the events that is gone, that is coming up in the global event of the climate change. Will also have those event covered in, and these are basically all the team that is again collaborated with. So this is a basic overview of the marketplace. We have the wallet features where you can connect multi wallets. So we have all the boundaries possible, and we can connect the wallet. You can connect the wallet. You can definitely have your profile connected. Once you have your profile connected, you can see all the artwork you have in your profile. You can sell artwork, and you can start getting as soon as possible. So you have your own profile. Here is the profile. You have own followers. Like, it is a community building, completely the basic fundamental of marketplace, but in a very futuristic and easy to use way, where we can collaborate and work together. So this is a basic overview, and back to you, Myro. This is something basic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Yeah, wonderful. And let's now give wisdom also the word. And we have here also the presentation from the winning team from our Digital Art for Climate Designathon, Natural Creatives Team 2. And wisdom, please take the floor and show us your results and your suggestions on how we will develop the app and the platform for Digital Art for Climate.
All right. Thank you, Miro. Thank you for having me. I'm Wisdom from Team 2, Natural Creatives, and we took the initiative to design the gallery and the marketplace. Can I share my screen?
Sure, please.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, it's coming.
Yes. So please, can I go on?
Sure.
Okay. Yes. So these are the team members. These are the people of the members of the team. These are the people that made it happen with different qualifications. Very nice people. It was nice working with them. And it was our challenge to design a marketplace and a gallery where artists can feature their goods. And these are mind maps towards the approach we took in solving it. And we also, you can see to the far right here, these are marketplace, and we also had the concept whereby we group the marketplace into subcategories so that it can also influence the decision of a visitor to buy an NFT. Um, these are the sketches, our rough sketches, our initial sketches. You can see this for the gallery. We decided, okay, on the gallery we'll have the image of the NFT, maybe the name of the artwork, the name of the artist, and we also at first we were saying, okay, whether I could have a link from buy the NFT from the gallery page at once. But later we decided to just keep the the gallery page as simple as possible. And this is the marketplace. You can see it has the name of the artwork, the artist, the price, how many copies are available, the image around available too. And then also on the gallery page, we also have a menu where you can decide to download a free copy um, of the NFT, and also where you can link to another page to show you more information for that particular art. These are the wireframes we had for our marketplace, as you can see. And then we divided the marketplace into two categories: the auctionable NFTs and direct sales. So we also thought, okay, in an art gallery, you have the option to um, um, place an artwork for auction. So we try to also integrate that feature into our marketplace and also give the users the convenience of just buying a good at once without having to wait for maybe a particular time to end or somebody to accept your bid. It is the wireframe for the gallery. So this was the minimal structure we came up with. So we'll just have the name of the artist, the artwork, and then a menu which would give you the option of downloading or accessing more information on that particular art. So this is how the final design is. You could search for a particular kind of artwork. You could also filter based on different um, properties or stuff like that. And then this is the more information. You can see the name of the artwork. You can see the name of the artist, the username of the artist, the number of likes that particular artwork has, then the Glocha ID. We're informed that through this ID, you can also access more information on that particular artwork, and the description. And in the prototype, you will see that below this, you can also view the owners, people who own these NFTs, and a comment section where people also can drop how they feel about that particular NFT. This is okay. We just added this profile page so that we could make our work wholesome. This is to the left here. You can see this is the profile page of a particular user, and to the right is the profile page of a particular of someone else on the platform. You could decide to block somebody or follow somebody, as Prav has said, to build that connection and followership. And also, we designed for both desktop and mobile to bring that convenience. And that is the end of my presentation. But I would love to share the prototype with us. So please, if you could just give me a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you log in, this is the navigation. Yeah. Yeah, then you could view more information through the Glocha ID, and you could see the more in the information, comments. You can also see at the bottom, you can see other related arts. Yeah. You could also view the owner of that particular NFT. You could see his profile in case you like his artwork and you would like to see more artworks that he owns or he has for sale. You could also view his profile and have a view of all his arts. And you could also access your own profile too. You could also see more information if you click on those arts. Then you see the marketplace is divided in two sections: the auctions and the direct sales, as I said earlier. And we also added the convenience of just buying directly from the marketplace without having to go through a cart and a checkout process. So you could bid directly from the marketplace, or you could just buy directly at once without that stress of going through a marketplace. And this is another, that is for the mobile design. Then I'm sharing one now for the desktop design.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, really great. Congratulations and applause for having done this great work in the context of the Designathon, because we have now really the leading technology partner with Unique Network, and we have the creativity from designers from around the world. With them, you are from Nigeria, as I'm informed.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so we are very happy that we have succeeded to connect with you, with your creativity, your team, and with Anne from France, and Immaculata also also from your team, Kamala, Immaculata, and others. And so it's really a very solid foundation for us to go forward and to really implement our vision of resource digital art. And I would like to give the word now to Dan Thomas, somehow the software evangelist, sometimes called for a unique network,
Yes.
and really a great technology expert, software architecture, but also in terms of how this can be used for social innovation. We've had wonderful exchanges of ideas, and please, if you take us from what we've heard so far towards getting to a fully functional marketplace.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Miro. Thank you very much, everybody. It's absolutely wonderful to be here and speaking here on International Youth Day. Just like to say, well, a fantastic opportunity this is to be involved in a project that will lead to a sustainable future for our climate, but also building that on a foundation for opportunities for the creative economies around the world. And as Doug Reagan at the beginning of this event spoke about the opportunities and the way forward for young people, which to create platforms for them to engage with the new economies, the new digital economies. What we do at Unique is we build an efficient and scalable and sustainable platform for NFTs. So every young artist can bring their digital artworks to a marketplace like the one we're building with Glotcha and for the Digital Art for Climate. And it really levels the playing field. It's the promise of digital technologies. It's the promise that was that's now coming to the fore through blockchain technologies. It's the real leveler. We have the real democratization of the economies in the new emergent internet of money. And it's just gone to show here the power of communities, how we've managed to bring this, how Miro has managed to bring the multi-stakeholders through this process all together, through Anna being creative director, and Pravajan bringing the UX and UI designer. And sadly, he can't be here today, but I've got to give a big shout out to Domenico, who orchestrated and organized the event, the Designathon, for the design of the marketplace that we're building with Glotcha and for the UN for this marketplace to go forward into COP26. So a big shout out there for Domenico. It really is a great. He really did an excellent job bringing the community forward, and now bringing UX and UI designers from around the world through into the program as a foundation to move forward. But yes, as a part of from Unique, from our side, what we provide is the link really to the blockchain. Right, it allows creativity and for artists and for people who wish to develop artists and build marketplaces and to build all kinds of advanced economic models. Brand new models and imaginations that have previously been unheard of, right? And things that was not yet even been thought of. So it really is a really emergent stage for technology, and we can leverage this for the benefit of the climate and for the creative economies. So yeah, thank you very much, Miro. I'll hand back to Miro now to close off and introduce the last part of the Digital Art for Climate competition. Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you very much, Dan. Thank you very much, Pravanjan, and especially thank you very much, Wisdom, and your team with Kamala, Prince, and Anne. And let me see, the third name was Favor. And Prince, it's really a great opportunity to say to you now that you are the winners of our Designathon, and we have promised the award of 500 euros, and we will send it to you according to the direction and details that you will send us. So congratulations once again, Team 2 of the Designathon, and thanks also to Pravanjan and Daniel for working on implementing this Digital Art for Climate marketplace. And with this, we come now to the presentation of our philanthropy partner and also important advisor of our initiative, Catherine Foster, who works as a fellow for the Social Alpha Foundation and also as a community director for the Open Earth Foundation. And we are grateful that you succeeded to manage to join the call despite other obligations. So please be so kind and tell us your experience about Digital Art for Climate, also how we work with Social Alpha Foundation and this high-end artists that you have in your networks.
Oh, thank you for your patience and flexibility, and I apologize for being late. It has been quite a busy day. And I'm just really pleased to see how much this has progressed, and congratulations to all of you and to you, Miro, for putting together an incredible initiative. And we're really looking forward to working with you. As you said, I'm currently representing Social Alpha Foundation as a fellow, and Social Alpha Foundation and Open Earth Foundation worked together in March on what was called Carbon Drop. And this was an incredibly successful NFT art auction that went directly to funding open digital architecture for nested climate accounting under the Open Earth Foundation. And it brought together a fantastic group of artists, including Beeple, and organizations like Creole and Render Token, and Nifty Gateway really made accommodations for us. And we also put together a 7-point roadmap with the artists to decarbonize the NFT space, which many have had already been doing. So it was really a pivotal point, I think, in the NFT and art nexus, basically. And we're really pleased to be supporting in any way that we can actually do so for this initiative. And I want to say that will include, high-profile artists, advisories, perhaps awards of mentorship for some of the youth artists with other digital artists, and bringing in other community partners towards the hub, to the Milan event and to the COP26 pavilion. We can also see perhaps hosting a workshop there as well. So really looking forward to building out the vision and structure. And I have to say, to me, this personally is really important, because back in 1985, I actually did a film about youth for the UN Year of Youth. And it was about street kids in Canada. But to me, it was an entry point for me into diplomacy and working with UNICEF and the UN and other agencies for the last 3 decades on human security and climate change. So it really is wonderful to be a part of this initiative, and looking forward to collaborating with you via both organizations and other partners.
Wow, thank you very much. It's really your work and also your Carbon Drop initiative have been really a source of inspiration for this initiative, and that you have been then so cooperative to say, yes, we are going to share our knowledge, share our network, so that we all together achieve better results. This was so inspiring, and this also grows our confidence that we will have a great success, and that we will then in November in Glasgow look back and say it was a very good journey together. And so with this, we will go briefly through this information for the launch again, because we've had the presentation prepared, and somehow Anna has already mentioned several elements of the competition, but I would like to go through the presentation again, and then showing you also the homepage where all the details are, and where the link is to the application form, to the submission form. And therefore now briefly again this presentation. So is now this the theme of the art competition is Humanity Challenged by Climate Change, and it has 2 sub-themes. One is the storm, somehow the visual interpretations of the uncertainties and fears that people around the world are experiencing in a rapidly changing world. It's really for a young person's mentality and psyche. It is a new status quo or somehow reality that almost all young people are afraid of the future because of the changing climate. And this is this storm that is uncertainty and fear, but we have to handle it. And by using art, we can also digest it somehow, get over it, get through it. And then the second topic is Haven, how people and communities can join hands towards the mitigation of climate change and creating resilience capacity. So there's the storm, yes, but if we work together, we can have adequate solutions. And then the third topic is the angel, the individual person, which needs to change values and mindsets, create more empathy and solidarity. So also starting to build individual climate action legacies, individual climate action dashboards with digital collectibles, so that the society can also function. So this is about the topic. And then we have awards, a total of 3,000 euros in prizes, one for the overall winner who will be chosen by public voting, and 3 awards for the sub-themes. And another benefit for the participating artists is that they will by default be entitled to have a share of 15% of the net revenues of the NFT sales on the primary market. And it is such that still there's the option that artists, if they really think our cause deserves full resources and they don't need the resources so much, then if they don't claim these 15%, then they stay with the cause. But we are aware that very many artists are really trying hard to feed themselves and their families. So with the initiative, we really want also to raise financial resources for the community. And then there will be this collection, Digital Art for Climate COP26 collection of 25 exclusive climate change related artworks. And these artworks will be then minted and included in different forms of resource mobilization for climate action empowerment flagship initiatives of the Digital Art for Climate organizers, which have been presented in the first part of today's event. And once we have the marketplace enabled and in action, then it will be possible to channel that young people who take climate action, they will put their climate actions and outcomes of their actions on the marketplace, and there will be a direct connection possible between Digital Art for Climate sales and these causes and the wallets of these causes. Timelines, it starts today, and 9th of September is the deadline for the submissions. Then on the 21st, we will have the start of the public voting, and on the 30th of September, in an edutainment show, in a hybrid public and virtual event in Milan, in the context of the pre-COP youth event of the Italian COP co-presidencies, the winners will be identified. And then, as we said, the winning art will be displayed in Glasgow and probably also in other places. And good luck, dear artists, and a great thank you also to Anna Dart, Exquisite Workers, who has helped us to make this presentation very appealing optically. And I will now stop sharing this screen and share very briefly the screen from the Digital Art for Climate space page, which has also been prepared by Anna and Julia. And here all the relevant information can be found. The link to the submission form page, the link to the art competition's terms and conditions, and answers and questions, FAQs. And yeah, so A great thank you to all who have participated. Anna, would you like to say something also in the context of the competition? And
Well, we wish you a very good luck. We wish you, as I said before, to have a lot of fun. As Irina mentioned, this is a truly historical event. And entering the NFT space, have in mind that you're one of the newcomers. You're the first ones to get in. And it's up to you to decide what kind of face you wish the NFT space to have. And come into this world, NFT world, which is a space where everything is possible. Come there with the empathy, with joy, with intention to create something beautiful, meaningful, and that will last for a long, long time. Imagine it's like when the photography was for the first time invented. How did people react on that? What did they feel? Or think about some of the greatest artists who were not understood when they first created some works. Entering the space requires the courage and a lot of intention, awareness, conscious understanding of the potential. It's incredible potential. It's life-changing potential. From the side of Exquisite Workers, we have been working on empowering creators since 1 year and 3 months. We posted the illustrations, digital illustrations on a daily basis, 3 illustrations per day, creating the continuity of artworks, which are all interconnected by some special templates. If you check our Instagram, you will have a lot of fun discovering that each of the artists has its own incredible universe, personal universe to share. You have so much to share, so much to say. And with a little bit of guidance, with the kind hand of some people who already started this journey, you can discover it much more easy. And we're here for you to help on that. I wish when I entered this space, I had this guidance. I had this kind faces and advices, and we're really here to award your courage, award your willingness to try out something absolutely new, and don't limit yourself in terms of creativity. As I said, NFT space is a space where everything is possible. If you come up with some traditional artwork, just make it digital and submit. If you wish to submit some video, do not hesitate. Just send it to our team for to introduce it to us. If you always wanted to try digital illustration, you've just got your first iPad and you got your Procreate, try it out. I myself, I have a very strong traditional art background. I started a traditional artist since 2012, and I remember my first steps in traditional art space. You know, for the first time approaching the galleries, sending your submission for some art competition, and expecting what they will answer from some art fair, where from some city, a country where you always want to go, and suddenly you receive the notification, oh, you're selected. It's empowering, it's inspiring, and it inspires you not only grow in terms of art, because we're all artists in our soul. It inspires to grow as a person, to be an example for the others. And if the art is a space where you can do this, go ahead. But it's one of the instruments, you know, to express yourself and the grow. But you can also take the little daily steps, and it's all connected. If saying some kind word to someone in the street, you feel empowered, go ahead. And if you feel inspired by watching the tree or contemplating the stars at night. Wonderful. It's all about being joyful and have this bigger vision of the world where we are all interconnected. We are all together and we can all bring some good. So again, I wish you good luck. In terms of art, if you have any questions, the participants, do not hesitate to reach us out on Exquisite Workers on Instagram. As I said, we're so many artists there with different backgrounds, different ages. And in this competition, we also want to lead your attention to that. If you're very young, just come into the space with your parents. They will help you to submit if you find any difficulties. If you do not get the English language, do not hesitate to translate it in Google Translator. We did our best to make it simple as possible and go in details for you to understand what is this about. So you'll find the frequently asked questions about the whole initiative. You will find the frequently asked questions about the art competition. If we see that you have more questions, we will add some more answers, popular questions. Yeah, you will see that there is a broad information about the art competition because we wanted you to have as more ideas as possible to dive in this beautiful journey the next 4 weeks. So again, be excited, be inspired, go ahead and have some artists in your mind who has inspired you before and who, as I said, were criticized back at the time. They did it and you can do it as well. Thanks.
Very nice. Yeah, Anna, you are wonderful. You have really invested so much energy and time in making this happen. It's really a great thank you. And thanks for these inspiring words and the call to have joy, to have courage. That's really what we are aiming for. And just wanted to add one point and then giving to Kuratulane to if there are any questions or so, is that we will organize also weekly meetings for questions and answer sessions, because I could imagine that there will be many open questions or need for guidance. And we are also, as this Digital Art for Climate Consortium, very eager to learn from the artists where they see opportunities to make tweaks in the design of our initiative, that we will have more inspiring art, and that we will be more inclusive, really reaching artists from all over the world, and that we will also be successful in our resource mobilization goals. We have set up a Discord channel, Digital Art for Climate. Please join it. It will be also the link on the art competition homepage that Anna has presented. And yeah, thank you everyone, especially also Doug, for being such a great partner. And now I give back to Kuratulane, and thanks to the moderators also for your great job. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Miro, and thanks, Anna and Irina, for really inspiring me. I know I have so many ideas. I'm running wild right now. I'm feeling inspired to, submit an art piece myself. And, I'm not an artist, but, this is an opportunity, and, there's so much to express that, and I had a lot of questions throughout the presentation, but, I think Anna has done a fabulous job at answering quite a few of them. Like there was a question about, newbie or budding artists. And then I was thinking how traditional artists would, participate. So she has answered that already. And forms and formats of art, I think that has also been answered, a video or an audio piece or whatever. I think that is amazing. So whatever, is your format of expression, I think you can, there's opportunity for you wherever you are in the world. If there are any other questions that people in the audience want to ask our panelists, you can do that right now. Otherwise, they've also shared their contact details and the Instagram pages, and there's the website, where you can always go and try to find what you're looking for, or you can send them an email. I'm sure that, it is going to be answered. And yes, I think it's going to be really great and rewarding. I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. Tim, do you have any remarks?
Yes, I'm also very inspired, and as someone who isn't an artist, really appreciating that there's an opportunity here to expand the scope of people who are able to contribute, because I think really fundamentally, whether we consider ourselves an artist or have studied that or not, we all have something to express, and we can all get our imagination outside of ourselves onto a digital canvas somehow and express that. And, again, tying this back into the topics from before, humanity is in a fight for survival, but we don't only want to survive, we want to thrive. And art for all of human history has been a key element of that thriving aspect. And so I think there's this very poetic component of how we are leveraging our thriving in favor of our survival, and that we will be, mobilizing all of this and not just waiting on governments to deliver us an outcome that we need from COP26, as much as that is very important, and many of us will be pushing on it. We can't wait and be beholden on that. And so all of the innovation here, this is really how we're going to get that scale of action we need. So we're all here actually doing action for climate empowerment, and that's further inspiring as well. So really appreciating everyone's hard work and presentations and how we collaborate all this together to get us where we need to go. Thanks, everyone. And thank you, Mira, for organizing.
Yeah, thank you, Mira, for this wonderful presentation. And for this
happy International Youth Day. Together we are strong. We will build a good future. Thanks.
Fingers
Bye.
crossed. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.